We can change some of the attributes of a user account after it's been created. We set the password already, but it's a good idea for the user to change it to something they know, and they can do that with the password command. I'll switch over to the user that I just created with switch user and the username, and I'll type in the password that I set. Now, as the user, I can use the password command, passwd. I'll need to type in my current password, and then I'm prompted to enter a new Unix password. This is something that the administrator won't know. If the password's long enough, complex enough, and if you verify it correctly, the password will be updated. I'll exit back to my other user here. As the administrator, I can change the user's password as well, in case they forget, also with the password command. I don't need to type in their current password. This is helpful if a user forgets their login password and needs it to be reset. The user or the administrator can change the account's shell, too, with the chsh command. I'll switch back to my user here. And use the chsh command, authenticate, and here I can set which shell I want to use. By default, here on this system, it's bash, as specified in the etc adduser_conf file. But if your users prefer a different shell, they can change it. Or you can change it to bin false if you don't want the account to be able to log in. I'll just press enter for now. I'll exit out of this user, back to my user. The administrator can also change the full name for a user and the information in the geckos field with the chfn command. I'll write sudo chfn Alex. If they change names, or change their phone number, or a room, this is how you would update the record here. I've changed the user's full name. We can't change the short username this way though. We'll use a different command for that, called usermod. Usermod has a few options that you can use to make changes, and we'll take a look at a few here. We'll rename the user and move their home folder. First, let's rename the user. We've seen how to change the full name, but in order to be thorough, we should change the login name as well. To do that, I can use the -l option. I'll write usermod, -l, and the new username, in this case, I'll set it to A. Johnson, and the old username, Alex. This changes the short name, but keeps the same user ID number and group information. We can also change the home folder path to reflect the new username with the -d and -m options. I'll write usermod, -d, and the path to where the new home folder will be, in this case, A. Johnson, and then -m, and the username, A. Johnson. -d sets the home folder for an account, and -m moves an existing home folder for a user, so we need to use them together in this case. M doesn't work by itself. And now if I take a look at the home folder, I can see that Alex is gone, but A. Johnson has replaced them. Usermod has a few other options that you can use if need be, and we'll see usermod more when we work with groups as well. If a user leaves or their account is no longer needed, we can delete the user from the system. It's not a good idea to leave unused accounts sitting around, so be sure to audit access and clean up your systems every now and then. The del user command can either just delete a user, or you can use some of its options to back up user data or delete user data.